I was extremely beautiful. In my youthful days, such captivating beauty had descended upon me that people would forget to blink while staring at me. On our wedding night, my husband was thoroughly pleased with me. Whenever I moved around the in-laws' house without a dupatta, my deva, brother-in-law, would insist on drinking milk from me. I found his behavior very distasteful. Though he was an old man of 55, and I was still young. A few days after the marriage, one night my husband wasn't home. My deva came into my room and said, "B, we're alone today. Hurry up and feed me milk. I only want to drink your milk." He kept insisting stubbornly, and then he himself pulled away my cloth. I was born into a middle-class family. At 19, when youth had fully bloomed on me, my marriage was arranged quickly. On the first wedding night, my husband Arsal told me, "Anam, my elder brother gets very angry. He becomes mad in rage. Take great care of him. Whatever he says, however he says it, just do it." For the past 4 days, I had seen this myself. Whenever Arsal was called by his brother, his face would turn pale, and he would immediately leave the room. Seeing Arsal's fear, a deep awe of my deva had settled in my heart too. It was the 5th day when, in the morning, Arsal said to me, "Today we're going out for a stroll." I was very happy, but at that moment my deva called Arsal, and he rushed out of the room. From outside, I could hear my deva shouting and scolding. He was saying that 4 days had passed in the wedding festivities. Did he realize how much loss the shop might suffer due to his absence? And today again he's taking a holiday. Go to the shop right now and stand over the workers' heads so they work properly. I didn't get you married so you could hide in your room. Tell your wife too to handle some responsibilities. There's no other woman here to pamper her tantrums. Hearing this made me very angry. Only a few days had passed since our marriage, and I was already making breakfast, yet my deva had found many faults in it. But Arsal lovingly explained to me not to take his brother's words badly. For many days, I remained puzzled. Why was my deva's temperament like this? That day's commotion had left me shaken. When Arsal returned to the room, his face was angry. He said, "Sorry, I have to go to the shop." I replied, "No problem. Work comes first. We can go out some other time." I didn't object. Arsal left for the shop. I went to the kitchen and started washing dishes quickly. From the 3rd day of marriage, I had to cook and do all household chores. My deva had dismissed the maid, saying now that a daughter-in-law was in the house, she would do the cleaning too. I cleaned the entire house, got tired, and was heading to bed for rest when my deva called me. He was sitting in his room. I properly covered my head with a dupatta, though it was silky and slippery. When I entered his room, I asked, "Bhai, do you need something?" He looked me from head to toe with great attention, licked his dry lips strangely, and said, "I want to drink milk." Hearing this, I first thought of my dupatta, as it had slipped from my chest. I quickly adjusted it and came out of the room. His behavior felt very odd to me. A deva is like a brother. How could a brother look at his B from head to toe like that? I rushed to the kitchen, my heart pounding hard. I felt very uneasy. I opened the fridge, took a glass of milk, wrapped the dupatta tightly around myself, and went back to his room. I placed the glass on the side table. Before I could leave, he said, "Sit here for a while and talk to me. Now you're the only one in the house besides me. I've been alone for so long, I get bored sitting by myself." Hearing this made me anxious. There was only a bed and an almirah in his room, no separate chair. So I had no choice but to sit on the edge of the bed. He started talking about random things. But as soon as he took the glass to his mouth, he pulled it away and said, "This milk is too cold. I can't drink it. I like hot, steaming milk." While saying this, his eyes traveled from my face down my entire body. There was something in his gaze that left me confused. Sweat beads appeared on my forehead. He said, "Go, heat it up and bring it." I took the glass and stood up. For the past 3 days, my Deva had been speaking angrily. When Arsel was home, his tone was very soft. It was hard to believe this was the same man who had been shouting at Arsel for 5 days. I heated the milk a little in a pan, poured it back into the glass, and took it to him. As I extended the glass, he grabbed my hand along with it. A jolt ran through my body. I tried to pull away in panic, and he let go. As I started to leave, he said, "Hey, where are you going? Sit here and talk to me." The loneliness felt even more oppressive now. He sighed deeply. I felt even stranger. Then he said, "The black suit you wore the day after the wedding looked very nice on you. Wear that today." This made me feel worse. Such a request should come from Arsel, not my Deva. Now whenever Arsel went to the shop, my Deva would call me to his room, look at me with strange eyes, repeatedly lick his dry lips, and say he wanted milk, hot milk. When I brought the glass and tried to leave, he would hold my hand and say, "Sit near me and talk." What could I talk about? I'd make excuses like needing to cook or wash dishes. Actually, none of this felt right to me. My heart grew restless. I thought I should talk to Arsel, but how? He trembled before his brother and couldn't even speak up. One day, while I was working in the kitchen, my Deva suddenly came in, grabbed me from behind, pinned me against the table, and did something I can't even describe. I saved my honor and ran to my room, locked the door, latched it, and sat on the bed. Anxiety overwhelmed me, my whole body was trembling. I couldn't believe my Deva could do something so wrong. Tears flowed from my eyes. I decided to talk to Arsel. I spent the